Hello my dear children, let us continue with the MCQ tips. Another chapter is solution. We have already given 2 sessions to chapter coordination compound, and sooner I will send you MCQ questions and we'll solve together. Now dear children, the chapter is solution. We have already done this chapter in a very descriptive way, part wise. Today just I will give you some tips of solving, how to solve MCQ of chapter solution. So you go on writing along with me. Later on I will send you some question and then we will solve together. Okay. Now in the solution chapter, we will discuss only binary solutions. Binary solution is a solution which is a mixture of 2 components, and it is the solution concentration. The concentration of the solution is expressed in terms of molarity, molality, normality, mole fraction, percentage, ppm. We all discussed already. So concentration of the solution is expressed in these terms: molarity, molality, normality. Molarity and the normality both are found out in the volume of solutions, as well as normality. Both are found in the volume of solution. So that's the reason both terms, molarity and normality, because the volume changes with the change of temperature. Temperature changes, volume changes. So these 2 terms changes. So that's the reason we prefer the term molarity, because molarity and normality, they are related with the volume, and volume related with the temperature. Temperature changes, volume changes, and these 2 terms changes. That's the reason molarity is the best term. It is the best selected by the chemist. Okay. Now coming to the molarity. What is the molarity? How to solve the numericals of molarity? And the density is given. Now I am giving you just one formula. Write down the formula, direct formula, no table, no 5-6 lines, because in CBSE syllabus we will thoroughly solve the numericals of molarity by taking 5-6 steps. But in competitive exam, as the time is very little, so you apply this direct formula. Write down molarity is equal to percentage. Direct formula, no direct, it is no stepwise. It's a percentage, that is by weight, multiplied by the density. Whatever the density will be given, you multiply it by 10. Direct formula. I'm taking one numerical also for this, divided by the molecular weight. Capital weight, you can write molecular weight. So write down one question related with this formula. This is the first tip I have given to you. Calculate molarity, direct forward. Write down the question is, find the molarity of 20% sulfuric acid. Find out the molarity of 20% sulfuric acid, and the density of the solution is 1.2 gram per ml. Density is 1.2 gram per ml. In CBSE syllabus we have covered this chapter when. So I took this same numerical, but almost 5-6 minutes numerical it is, because stepwise we will make a table. Mass of solute 20 grams, solvent 100 grams, solutions, and solvent 80 grams, solution 100 grams. So many length it is. We put direct percentage 20, density 1.2 into 10 by 98. It is sulfuric acid. Direct answer. So it's a 20 into 12, 1.2. So direct molarity is equal to percentage into density into 10 by molecular weight. So direct numerical. You write down this formula and directly solve it. Now I'm taking second numerical, where molarity and molality comes together. Again write second tip, MCQ, second tip. When molarity and molality both are there in the numerical, write down the formula as well as numerical related to this. Write down molarity. Now it's small letter m is molality, capital letter M is molarity. That you know already. It is 1000 into molarity divided by 1000 into molarity divided by again 1000 into density minus molarity multiplied by molecular weight. Of solute it is. I don't of solute. I'm taking one numerical. Numerical is density of second question. Density of 2.05. 2.05 molarity is given. Density of this much molar solution is, it is acetic acid solution. It's a acetic acid solution and its density is given 1.02 gram per ml. Its density is given. The question is calculate molality. Direct molarity is given, calculate molarity. Otherwise, you will take too many steps. In CBSE, it will take too many steps. Same numerical I have covered in my lectures. So it's very simple to calculate molality. Direct formula. Write down it's 1000 into molarity. So whatever the molarity 2.05, you put 2.05. 1000 into molarity, so it's 2.05. 1000 into 2.05. Next is 1000 into density. Density is 1.02. Again minus molarity. So molarity is again 2.05 minus 2.05 multiplied by molecular weight. It is acetic acid. So the molecular weight of acetic acid is 60. So it's a direct numerical molarity and molarity relation. The answer you can write it's 2.28. You may calculate and you can match the answer. Molarity is 2.28. This is the way, very simple molarity and molarity numerical. Next you write third. There is third formula. Third tip I am giving for converting direct to molality. So it's a molality. Now I am taking one molarity and normality relation. Just third and fourth. Four tips are in molarity and molality. Third tip I am giving. So write down normality is equal to molarity into n factor. Direct numerical. Normality is equal to molarity into n factor. N factor is what? So whenever you want to calculate normality or you want to calculate molarity, so many times this formula is very useful. N factor is, for example, it is acid, HCl, H2SO4, H3O, PO4. It's the number of replaceable H. Here the n factor is 2. Here the n factor is 1. Here the n factor is 3. It's the basicity of the acid. Basicity. In case of base, n factor is replaceable OH, calcium hydroxide, aluminum hydroxide. So n factor is 1, 2 and 3. Number of replaceable OH. Acidity of the base. Third is salt. Salt it is. I am taking salt now. Third. Now salt. Whenever salt come, NaCl, Na2SO4, Al2SO4 thrice, and it is your, so Na3PO4. So what is the N factor? It is a charge on the metal. Na plus 1. Charge on the metal only. It's 2 plus. It's 2 aluminium. It's 2 aluminium. 3 plus. That is 6 plus it is. It is 3 plus. Here the N factor is 1 because Na plus 1. Here the N factor is plus 2. 2Na plus. 2Na plus. Here it is 2 aluminium 3 plus. N factor is 6. Here N factor is 3. I think it's clear. So you can direct solve the numerical. Otherwise, the next formula, which is in a very standard way, that I'm also writing. The 3 formulas are given to you, n factor as well. Otherwise, the formulas are normality is equal to weight of solute. It's the mass of solute into 1000 by molecular weight into volume of solution in milliliter. Don't use this formula in competition exams. Don't use this formula in MCQ solving time. And whenever molarity related with molecular weight, and whenever normality comes, you will apply your equivalent weight. It will take a lot of time. So this is my request. Don't use this formula in CBSE. Only use this formula in CBSE exams. During normality, equivalent weight will be used. During molarity, molecular weight will be used. The rest is same, because molarity and normality both are calculated in the volume of the solution. But when the molarity come, again same formula, mass of solute into 1000 by molecular weight. Just here it is difference, the mass of solvent, not volume. That already covered. So don't use this formula in competitive exams. In competitive exam, you just remember 4 formulas. 3 formulas are given to you. One is direct calculation of molarity. Second is a direct calculation of molarity and molarity when both are given, vice versa. Third, write down. Third is one more formula, write down. One more formula, fourth formula. Fourth is molality is equal to 1000. Molality is equal to 1000 into mole fraction of solute. Sometimes mole fraction and molality both are x for mole fraction. Mole fraction of solute into 1 minus x of solute, it comes mole fraction of solvent. 1 minus x of solute multiplied by molecular weight of solvent. So sooner I will take the numerical related to this topic. So this topic covering the relation between molality and the mole fractions. Very important formula again. So hence it is again molality is equal to 1000 into mole fraction of the solute divided by, it's a mole fraction of solvent, 1 minus x of solute multiplied by molecular weight of solvent. Now this, in this way you can calculate the formula, you can calculate the numerical based upon these 4 formulas. Okay. Now you write few points regarding, one is sum of the mole fraction xa plus xb plus xc plus so on is equal to unity always. Right now. Some of the points from the theory work as well. Sum of the mole fraction is always taken unity. Sum of the mole fraction of ABC is taken unity. So percentage, you want to calculate percentage, it's a weight of solute. It's a weight of solute, A for solute, B for solvent into 100. But during calculation of ppm, it's A for solute, B for solvent. It's 10 raised to power 6. Just this is the difference. When you want to calculate percentage, weight of solute by weight of solvent into 100. When you want to calculate parts per million, weight of solute by weight of solution it will come B, don't write B, solution it is. Solution it is. Again it is solution here. Solution. So it's a formula when you want to calculate the percentage, mass of the solute by mass of the solution into 100, mass of the solute by mass of the solution into 10 raised to power 6. So many other, what we'll do, I'm taking just writing the tips of MCQ, and after that what I've done, I'm giving you the lecture 3 times, same chapter. First time I totally explained the chapter, fully explain the chapter. Second time giving just MCQ tips. Third time I will solve the MCQ. Okay, so you go on writing all these formulas on one page. Now I'm taking next is this completed your molality, normality, molality of mole fraction, percentage, ppms. I think it's all much clear. Effect of temperature. What one more formula you will write here, m1 b1 is equal to m2 v2, or m1 n1 b1 is equal to n2 v2. This is before dilution and after dilution. Before dilution and after dilution. So after dilution. So one question related with this topic you may write the one line related with this. What is the effect of dilution? What is the effect of dilution? There is a question related to this. Answer, write down, on increasing the volume of the solution with dilution. On increasing the volume with dilution, normality as well as molarity decreases. Normality and molarity decreases. So dear children, this is the first topic that we have covered. Just I have taken 2-3 questions. Rest question I will take when I will give you one assignment related with this topic. So this is all about, and let me repeat your solution starting. Solution starting is binary solution it is. How many types of solutions? 9 types of solution. After that, concentration of the solution is expressed in terms of various terms are there. There is a direct calculation of molality, mole fraction, percentage, ppm. You just write the formulas. Remember all these formulas when the question comes directly, apply the formula. Next topic is before dilution, after dilution. But this stands for, after dilution means volume. When the volume increases, molarity and the normality decreases. This is all about, right on the next is. Second topic is colligative properties. Colligative properties. Very important, it is very important. Many questions set from this topic. Colligative properties are those which depend upon the number of moles of solute, just n. And for number of moles of solute, which depend upon the number of moles of solute. They are called colligative property. They never depend upon the nature of the solute. They just depend only on the number of moles of the solute. There are 4 colligative property. Out of this, one property is used to determine the molecular mass of polymer. The first colligative property, you know all, it is your delta P, lowering vapor pressure, delta TB, elevation in boiling point, delta TF, depression in freezing point, and osmotic pressure P or pi. There are 4 colligative properties, we all dependent upon the number of moles of solute. All have the common 2 things. One common is they are dependent upon the number of moles of solute. Second common thing is all are used to determine capital M. Capital M is the molecular weight of solute. All are used to determine molecular weight of the solute. The best to determine the molecular weight of polymer is osmotic pressure. Remember this. Out of these 4, which one is the best to determine the molecular weight of polymer? Answer is osmotic pressure. Why? I have given the answer in my descriptive lectures. So again listen, 4 colligative properties, lowering in vapor pressure, elevation in boiling point, depression in freezing point, and osmotic pressure. I am taking very important question related with this. After that you can write the that is formulas. Right, and the question is, always write very important 2-3 questions. Now I am taking these questions. The question is, which has the more boiling point out of the following? Which has a more boiling point of the TB for boiling point of solution out of the following? Following is barium chloride, urea, Na2SO4 and Na3PO4. So which one? So always remember, dear children, this I'm giving you one I for want of factor. It has I3, it has I1, it has I3, it has I4. What is I? It's a want of factor. It divided into 3 ions. It is a non-electrolyte, remain 1. It divided into 3 ions. It divided into 4 ions. So concentration. Concentration is given. We have calculated just by observing these. Concentration of each is 0.1. 0.1 concentration. Concentration of each is what you will do. You will multiply I into concentration in your exam. This is a tip. I into concentration. I into concentration is 0.3. It is 0.1. It is 0.3. It is 0.4. Always remember, more I into concentration, more the TB. Write down TB is a directly proportional to I into concentration TB, but TF is inversely proportional to I into concentration. This is a very important point. Please write TB directly proportional to I into concentration, but freezing point of the solution TF is independent, that is inversely proportional to I into concentration. After that, third is osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure is directly proportional to I into concentration. I into concentration. One left freezing point and one left is your vapor pressure of solution, PS. PS is again inversely proportional to I into concentration. So write on these 3 points. So the same question, I am repeating the same question 4 times. If out of these 4, which one has more TB? Greater, which has more TB and which has more osmotic pressure? Same answers. 2 questions covered. Which has greater? This means barium chloride and sodium sulfate. Barium, out of this is which one is the best? Barium chloride and sodium sulfate. Your answer is both have the same, because both have the I into concentration same. So answer is both have the same TB. Both have the same TB. So this is the best. This is 0.4. So Na3PO4, I know. Na3PO4 greater than Na2SO4 is equal to barium chloride, and after that greater than urea. This is the order during TB, during that means your osmotic pressure, but this is not the order. This is order get reversed in case of TF and PS. I think it's clear. Again, TB is a directly proportional to I into concentration. Osmotic pressure is also dependent upon I into concentration. Freezing point is independent, that is inversely proportional, and vapor pressure is also inversely proportional. It's very much clear, I think. This order get reversed in case of TF and in case of vapor pressure of solution. One more question, same topic. Very important, very important question it is. Write down. It is your 2Ki plus HgI2 arrow K2 HgI4. The question is the reaction given. The question is which one has the greater TB, either TB increases, TF, same osmotic pressure P or pi, and about vapor pressure of solution. Dear children, when we move from reactant to product, let us see how many moles decreases or increases. Here it is a 2 potassium ion and 1 this complex ion. You know coordination compound, this is complex ion. Consider it 1 ion. 1 ion. Total become 3 ions. This means on the product side there are 3 ions. On the product side 3 ions, check minutely. 1K, 2 potassium ions. Another anion is HgO4. Total ions are 3. In this case, it is 2K plus and 2I minus. 2K plus and 2I minus. This means number of ions are 4. Here there are 4 ions. This is electrolyte carrying 4 ions. When you move from reactant to product, number of ions decreases. So when the number of ions decreases, remember TB decreases. Your osmotic pressure decreases, but freezing point increases, vapor pressure increases, because they are inversely proportional to, that is concentration or number of moles, same thing, it is I. So it was 4 ions, 2 potassium, 2 iodide ion, because it is electrolyte, I have taken this. When it moved to this side, just 3 ions left only. So number of ions decreases. When number of ions decreases, then always remember boiling point of solution decreases, osmotic pressure of solution decreases, but freezing point of solution increases. So and others, vapor pressure of solution increases. There are the 4 colligative properties. The one is your lowering vapor pressure, depression in freezing point, elevation in boiling point, and osmotic pressure. And the question when comes, it comes not like this. It comes which has a more vapor pressure, which has a more freezing point, more boiling point. So they are not asking about which has a more depression and freezing point. They are asking which has more boiling point. They are asking not delta TF, they are asking about TF. The difference between delta TF and TF. TF is this is depression and freezing point. They never ask depression and freezing point. They always ask freezing point of solution. Okay, how I calculated this formula that you know, just you can see to this, how I calculated. You know delta TB is equal to Kb into m. Delta TB is TB minus T naught is equal to Kb into m. And m is your moles, molality. So TB is a directly proportional to, you can calculate TB, dependent upon m. But when the term comes delta TF is Kf into m. And you know delta TF is equal to T naught minus TF. So you know what will come. So when it's a minus TF. It's a minus TF. So what will become TF? TF is equal to minus this. That is 1 by this. So that's the reason. Number of moles of solute increases. Number of moles of solute increases. TB increases. Number of moles of solute increases. TF decreases. So that's the reason. Always make mind now. TB and osmotic pressure, both colligative property. Boiling point of solution and osmotic pressure of solution is directly proportional to number of moles of solute. Freezing point of solution and the vapor pressure of solution is inversely proportional to number of moles of solute. Remember this. Very important question. They always asked from this topic. So with that you have completed theory work of these 4 colligative properties. Now I am going to write some of the formulas related with the topic colligative properties. Colligative properties. Now whenever you want to calculate your delta TB, or this is a formula TB, delta TB is equal to KB into M. And molality, you know, molality is the mass of solute. Delta TF is equal to KF into M. Right on the formulas. We will take all these formulas during solving MCQ. This time I am giving you just simple tips. Next is P naught B, B for solvent, minus PS by P naught B is equal to NA by NB. Or you may write it is molality by 55.55 C. Molality. Molality come direct to molality, but here it is 55.55. Fourth one left. Osmotic pressure is equal to CRT, concentration. You know, concentration is N by V. N by V. See, all these formulas we will take during solving the questions. After all, the same day when we will solve MCQ, very important questions, then you came to know how you use these formulas. And you know what is molality? Molality is the mass of solute. A stands for solute into 1000 by molecular weight of solute into mass of solvent. A is solute, B is solvent. So this is your 4 colligative properties. Delta TB is elevation and boiling point. Delta T depression and freezing point. P naught B minus PS is a lowering vapor pressure. Delta P, it's lowering vapor pressure. P naught B is solute or direct formula. Osmotic pressure. Now one thing very important, right? When the solution comes isotonic, remember isotonic solution, isotonic means same vapor pressure. P is equal to P dash, C is equal to C, P is equal to CRT. Osmotic pressure same, concentration same. So always apply the formula N1 V1 is equal to N2 V2. So during isotonic solution apply this formula. Very simple formula. When isotonic comes, isotonic means same vapor pressure. 0.9% NaCl is isotonic with RBC. You know, all I explained in my lecture. 0.9% NaCl is isotonic with RBC. So isotonic means same osmotic pressure. P is equal to P dash, means C is equal to C dash, or you may write this dash or what. N1 B1 is equal to N2 B2, or you can use. This is a formula you will use during isotonic solution. Next. But if P is greater than P1, if P is greater, 1P is greater, means P is greater than P dash, this is called hypertonic solution. Hypertonic. Whom osmotic pressure is greater, that is a hypertonic. Whom osmotic pressure is less, it's a hypotonic. Hypertonic, hypotonic. And osmosis always takes place from hypo to less concentration to osmosis. P is greater than P dash, P is greater, that means hypertonic, P dash is hypotonic, and osmosis always takes place from hypotonic to hypertonic. Remember this. So this is all about your 2 topics I've covered. The one is your, now coming to the point, Raoult's law and Henry's law. When Raoult's law comes, RAULTS, during Raoult's law formula is P is equal to P naught into X. And during Henry's law, what's the difference? I'm telling you, it is P is equal to KH into X, just one difference about the constants. Raoult's law, RAOULTS, P is equal to P naught into X. Henry's law is used solubility of the gas in liquid. When you want to discuss the solubility of the gas in liquid, it's a Henry's law. Solubility of the gas in liquid is apply Henry's law. P is equal to KH into X. More the temperature, more the KH, less the solubility. Write down. More the temperature, more the KH, less the X for solubility. More the temperature, more the KH, lesser will be the X for solubility of the gas in liquid. And this Henry's law, this formula, we will take in again MCQ during solving. So Raoult's law is applicable when your components A and B are volatile, or one is volatile, other is non. It's for liquids, solute and solvent. One is volatile, other is non-volatile, both are volatile. So this is your Raoult's law. P total is equal to PA plus PB even. When both are volatile, PA is equal to P naught A XA plus P naught B XB. This is again Raoult's law. So this is the difference between Raoult's law and Henry's law. What is the difference? Henry's law used when there is a solubility of the gas in liquid. Raoult's law used when there is in liquid solutions there are liquid solutions. One liquid is volatile, other is non-volatile, or both are volatile. So all the derivation we have already covered. Just to write the formulas of the Henry's and the Raoult's law. So after that, sometime YA and YB also comes. What is the YA? It's the mole fraction. XA is also a mole fraction. Difference? It's a mole fraction in liquids when the components in liquid phase. It's a mole fraction of vapor phase. So always during calculating YA, apply the formula partial pressure divided by total pressure. And YB is equal to 1 minus YA. But during calculation of XA is equal to NA divided by NA plus NB, and XB is equal to 1 minus XA. What is the difference between YA and XA? Both are mole fractions. But this is the YA is a mole fraction in the vapor phase. It's in the liquid phase. Vapor phase, YA, liquid phase, XA. So what is YA? Partial pressure by total pressure, and XA is a NA by NA. It's very popular. XA. YA is uncommon, little bit. So this is your all formulas we will use sooner. So this lesson is now left with only one topic: ideal and non-ideal solutions. Ideal and non-ideal solutions. Ideal and non, in both the solution delta entropy is greater than 0. Ames question it is. Delta S is greater than 0. But in ideal, delta H is 0. Delta V is 0. PA is equal to P naught A XA. PB is equal to P naught B XB. P total is equal to PA plus PB. And in this case, they are not equal to non-ideal. But in both ideal and non-ideal, entropy change is greater than 0, means positive. Delta S greater than 0. There are two types of solutions, ideal and non-ideal. Non-ideal solutions are further of two types. One is showing positive deviations, another is showing negative deviations. Those showing positive deviations, they are always minimum boiling azeotrophs, right now. Minimum boiling azeotrophs. You know what is azeotrophs? Constant boiling mixture. Those are negative deviations showing they are maximum boiling azeotrophs. Maximum boiling azeotrophs. Boiling point is inversely proportional to vapor pressure. Less the vapor pressure, greater the boiling point. Write down all things. Ideal and non-ideal solutions. Next is, so again I am repeating ideal and non-ideal. In ideal solution, chlorobenzene and bromobenzene nearly ideal, benzene and toluene nearly ideal. You may learn 2-3 examples from NCERT book, examples of ideal solutions. Please learn those 2-3 examples. Chlorobenzene, bromobenzene, benzene and toluene. Delta S is greater than 0. It's ideal solution. Okay. Now after that, non-ideal solution, which are two types, showing positive deviation. Those are minimum boiling azeotrophs. They are showing positive deviations. What are as positive deviation? I've shared with you. Positive deviation examples. Again, you learn from NCERT book. Negative deviations answer. Negative deviation we have shared is chloroform and acetone. Most of time chloroform examples. Negative deviations, chloroform and acetone. Right? And chloroform and acetone is the best example. Few more examples you may learn from these NCERT books. Posterior deviations. Posterior deviations are alcohol and water. Alcohol and water. The best example is alcohol and hexane. So these are the posterior deviations. So this is a minimum boil. Remember this. Those are posterior deviation. They are always minimum boiling azeotrope, and those are negative deviation. They are maximum boiling azeotrope. So this is all about your main tips of the MCQ. Now after that, in the next lecture, I will use all the formulas that I have done today, and by using all these formulas, we will solve the MCQ questions. So dear children, in the solution chapter, again listen to me the conclusion, the chapter covering concentration of the solution, molarity, normality. The second topic is Raoult's law, Henry's law. Okay, next is your ideal and non-ideal solution with the azeotropes. And the last topic is your colligative property. Now this time your Bontoff factor is not in your syllabus, it's the last topic. Thank you. Thank you.